Today is October 20th, 2025, it's 6 o'clock, and we're meeting at the Addison Township offices at 1440 Rochester Road in Addison Township. If we could all stand for the pledge. Ed, you're our veteran, please start.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Stay standing, please.
Standing, please.
Dear Lord, thank you for giving us a little bit of the summer that before this fall set in. And we ask you to bless this board, and the fire and the police departments, and special prayer for the recovery of Phil Marshall, our ZBA member, with his health problems. Please watch over our township and surrounding communities. We pray this in your name. Amen.
Thank you.
He's not going to let me say the pledge anymore. I have to lie out.
Okay, please start with roll call, please.
Karen Geibel. Here. Mary Cross.
Here.
Jenny Eller.
Here.
Ed Brakefield.
Here.
Mike McDonald.
Present.
Bennett present. Supervisor Pearson.
Present, we're all accounted for. Okay, any announcements?
No.
Reports as usual available in my office or see my deputy supervisor. Petitions?
No.
Okay, approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion we approve the agenda as written.
I'll second.
Okay, we have support. Any comments from the board? Not hearing anything, we have roll call, please.
Karen Geibel.
Yes.
Mary Cross.
Yes.
Ed Brakefield.
Yes?
Jenny Eller.
Yes.
Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Bennett, yes. Supervisor Pearson.
Yes, okay, we go on to consent agenda.
Yes, we only have two items tonight. Approval of December 15th and September 29th, 2025 minutes, and the approval of the September invoices.
I'd like to make a motion we approve the consent agenda with the approval of the September invoices as well as $562,691.98.
I'll support.
Okay, we have a motion and we have support. Any comments from the board? Not hearing any, roll call, please.
Mary Cross.
Yes.
Jenny Eller.
Yes.
Karen Geibel.
Yes.
Ed Brakefield.
Yes?
Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Bennett, yes. Supervisor Pearson.
Yes, okay, now we'll move on to item number 2. This is the public hearing and resolution authorizing a 10% increase for the estimated deficiency of $3,877.75 for the Indian Lake Improvement Project, SAD, Special Assessment District. This resolution authorizes an administrative increase for the special assessment levy against properties within the SAD district, 10% for 1 year, the 2025 winter SAD collection due to inflationary increases, unforeseen material costs, escalations, and concurrent additional labor expenses in accordance with the request from the Indian Lake Improvement Associated dated September 23rd, 2025. The purpose of the proposed 10% increase is to address a deficiency due to the rising costs associated with the performance of ongoing maintenance and repair of Indian Lake, which benefits the properties within the district. All of the proposed deficiency funds will benefit the SAD properties. The estimated deficiency is $3,877.75. The proposed original assessment estimated cost is $97,800. The revised estimated cost with 10% increase, $99,756. The revised assessment will increase the total amount levied for riparian property, which is currently $165, and for non-riparian property, $60. The revised assessment amounts will be to riparian property at $181.50 and non-riparian at $66 for 1 year. And the Township of Addison will collect the 5% collection fee from the funds collected. Proper notice of the hearing was published, and a notice was mailed by first-class mail to each property owner within the approved of the 10% increase, which this is, now we're going to have a public hearing, and this is where we listen, okay? We don't comment or anything, but we listen. This is the opportunity for citizens to express their information. I'll open up the hearing. We'll call it at 6:05. And if anybody would like to speak on this SAD for Indian Lake, come forward, just state your name, and if you'd like to speak in for it or against it, whichever. If anybody, I'll ask again, if anybody would like to speak for or against the SAD on Indian Lake, please come forward. Not seeing anyone, I'd like to close the meeting and we'll call it 6:06. Now open up to the board.
I think everything's in order. I'd like to move the resolution to establish a 1-year 10% increase for the special assessment district known as Indian Lake.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to increase the SAD by 10%. Yes,
Bruce, you did check with legal, and it is, 10% is legal for us to do that.
Mr. Davis says it is legal.
Okay, that's fine.
Anybody else? Any more comments? Not hearing any, do we have roll call, please?
Karen Garbo. Yes. Mary Frost.
Yes.
Ed Brigfield.
Yes?
Jenny Eller.
Yes.
Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Bennett, yes. Supervisor Pearson.
Yeah. Resolution is so moved. I think there'll be one more hearing, if I'm correct, or is this the only hearing? This is the only hearing, so, if any of you are here for this SAD, you don't have to stay and listen to all the other stuff, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to, so. Okay, we'll move on to item number 3, public hearing, for the 2026 Community Block Grant. This is the public hearing for the 2026 Community Block Grant. The Township of Addison has duly advertised in the official paper on October 1st, 2025 for the purpose of receiving public comments regarding the proposed use of program year of 2026 CDBG funds in an approximate amount of $3,500. During the hearing, we will listen, and we are limited to the uses allowed, just so you understand that. Once again, this is where we like to listen. If anybody has any other ideas where we would like to put that $3,500, but I just want to emphasize that we were very limited on the uses of where we could actually put this money. So at this time, I will open up, we'll call it 6:08, and if anybody would like to come forward and talk about the this is community block grant money is what it is. Anybody would like to speak on that, please come forward and just state your name and we'll listen. And I'll ask one more time, if anybody'd like to speak on where they'd like the community block grant money to go to, we would like to hear from you. Not hearing of anybody coming up, I would like to close the meeting at 6:09. Okay, I'm proposing the allocation to offset some of the senior service costs here, so what we're looking at is putting it into our senior services, okay? We have a senior room over here, and that would offset some of the staff wages there, and that would be at the amount of $3,500. That's my recommendation. I'd like to open it up to the board, whatever somebody would like to.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the 2026 Community Development Block Grant funds to be used for public administration in the amount of $3,500.
I'll second.
Any comment from the board?
I
Yes,
just have a question. Is this a grant that we've had in the past?
yes, that comes from the county, yes.
I just didn't remember. And then, thank you. And is this how we've used the money in the past or?
We
Or is it
used to
different?
give it down to the,
Trailer park.
yeah, it went to the
Minor-
trailer
minor
park
home
before,
repair.
correct. And, but now they've changed the whole thing. Now everything has to go out to bid. So we don't have enough
gotta make
in here.
motions
I mean,
faster.
a lot of the other communities have a lot of money, so they can go out for bidding process, where to go. This is $3,500, so the only thing the county allows us to do is to put it into our senior center.
Okay.
which-
I was just curious. I didn't
Yeah.
remember if we had it in the
They
past.
used to let us do many other things like sidewalks and
Got
this
two
and that, but we
waters?
just don't have anything that applies here,
Got it.
so.
Even the fire department took advantage of that years ago, but they limited what we were able to.
Yeah,
do
it's, everything's changed, and now it's a bidding process, so then would cost us more to put out all of that. But anyways, it does go to good use, which is our senior center, so. Any other comments? Not hearing any? Did we had a motion and we had a second already, correct? Okay, roll call, please.
Mary Frost,
Yes.
Jenny Eller,
Yes.
Karen Geibel,
Yes.
Ed Brightfield.
Yes.
Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Bennett, yes. Supervisor Pearson.
Yes, okay, the resolution so moved. Move on to item number 4 now. This is the NODA agreement through December 31st, 2033. I'll let Mike, the treasurer, he's on the NODA board, and I'll let him kind of explain a little bit about this. I know that our legal has already looked it over, so Mike, go ahead and explain on this if you will.
Thank you. Just by way of background, the terms of this agreement have changed from the previous agreement, mainly because of the Oakland County Transit Authority millage, which is now funding NODA operations in their entirety. So we amended the contract, which is between the participating communities, Addison Township, Oxford Township, Orion Township, as well as the villages within those townships, being Leonard, Oxford Village, and Orion Village, or Lake Orion Village. There's really no other changes as far as the way the governments will operate NODA. It's just that we now have provisions for the county's contributions and how they'll be handled. Much of the material is still the same. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, if at all possible.
I'd just like to reiterate, we always call it NODA, but it is the North Oakland Transportation Authority. So all those little buses you see around with the NODA sign, that's what we're talking about. So I'd just like to clarify that so that we use acronyms there, and a lot of people don't know what we're talking about, but it is the transportation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I reviewed and I know that legal approved. Is it too early for us to go ahead and move this forward?
I believe it is, in the sense that the other governments haven't, Wednesday, the Thursday NODA met and approved this format. So yes, we can move forward. Ed was
Yes.
there.
They want us to try to move forward because the Oakland County wants to have something in front of them. So yes, we could move forward on that.
Thank you.
And with that, I'll like to make a motion that we accept the first amended and reinstated intergovernment contracted services agreement between Charter Township of Orion, Charter Township of Oxford, Township of Addison, and the North Oakland Transportation Authority.
I'll second the motion.
And we have a motion and a second. Any discussion by the board on this? Not hearing any, can I have a roll call, please?
Karen Geibel,
Yes.
Jenny Eller,
Yes.
Mary Frost,
Yes.
Ed Brightfield.
Yes.
Mike McDonald,
Yes.
Bennett, yes. Supervisor Pearson.
Yes, and that passes. Okay, we can send that out to NODA then. Okay, number 5. This is review responses from the RFP for the township playground equipment. We authorized the RFP to go out for the playground equipment, including installation, so we can apply for grants or low interest rate loans, so to see what's out there for funding, et cetera. This is not obligating us for a dollar amount, as we do not have the money and addressed in the RFP. Tonight, what I'm looking for is the board to select a company that you thought, number one, your opinion of which gives the most value for the dollar. Number two, which design is the most inviting for the kid. And number three, the dollar range between $300,000, $400,000, and $500,000. Once selected, we can contact the company, have them at a meeting, or ask for changes before applying for a grant. We're looking to select a company design that will move us forward. I'd like us all to select our top one and see if, we have a favorite. Prior to that discussion, I think we should waive any irregularities in the RFP received so that we can discuss all that that took the time and submitted, okay?
I would like to make that motion because I think there's 7 people here that took their time to go ahead and give us an RFP. I would like for everyone to have that chance for this. So I would like to waive any irregularities in the RFP received so we can discuss all that, took the time to submit.
Okay, well, I know Pauline did a lot of background work on this and she, oh, we need a second on this yet?
I'll support that.
We have a support on that. I'm going down too fast. You know, there's a Lions game tonight.
And it's early.
I only got the small water, not the big
We
one.
got a lot of time.
Give us 7, I think.
Yeah, but
Okay, so we have a motion and we do have a second. Any discussion
You're in
on
wings.
the motion? Okay, roll call on that because it's gonna do with numbers.
Greg Hill,
Yes?
Karen Geibel.
Yes.
Mary Frost.
Yes.
Jenny Eller.
Yes.
Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Bennett, yes. Supervisor Pearson.
Yes, okay, now we can go for it. Pauline, you can tell us what you found.
I was surprised that we had so many responses because typically when I do some type of RFP, I'm lucky if I have 2. So I'd like to thank all of you guys who did take the time to respond. The RFP, I think everybody is familiar with it. We can't go very far, as we discussed, until we actually have a plan in hand. Once we have an approved plan, then we plan on going to seek some type of funding. I thought all of these were great. They gave us a lot of different ideas, and if you have questions, feel free to ask me, but I'm kind of just want to go down the road. As Bruce said, I'd like to hear what everybody's favorite is so that we can narrow it down to 1 versus 7.
Do you want me to make a comment?
Can you
If
just-
you have questions
Yeah.
or
I
comments.
have could you just go through just real quickly, the price differences between each one? I mean, we all have the information on what they are, but, what do we, the only reason I'm asking is I wanna know how much money we have to come up with.
So backyard living, $324,872. Mid-States recreation, proposal 1, $284,650. Proposal 2, $499,233. Park Vision, proposal 1, $349,923. Proposal 2, $485,475. Sinclair, proposal 1, $298,460. Proposal 2, $402,165. Snyder Recreation, $367,261. I should have said proposal 1. Proposal 2, $444,091. We Build Fund, proposal 1, $269,143. Proposal 2, $422,650. And then we have Ventura, who gave us 8 different proposals ranging from $285,000 to $450,000. One was submitted late, and I didn't include that in this.
Okay. This is a big investment, and I think it would really enhance our park, to put this in there. Right now, the pickleball courts are the busiest place in town, the volleyball, field is being used now, and I think that the thing that would cap off everything is to have something for the kids to, play at while the parents are here, and I think it would be a total, success once we had all of that there. I think a little bit of something for everybody there. But I'd like the board to tell me what you think is something, what is it that we need there? We need something, we know that. What is it that we need? And
So part of the RFP was, we wanted something that was really inviting to the kids, because there's nothing sadder than going to a playground and it's always empty, because there's nothing there that is inviting to the kids. So I actually did drive around and I tried to see different areas, and we have a lot of good people that did respond. So we're looking for something that's inviting. We're looking for something that is for the young kids up to 5, and then of course the older kids from 5 to 12. So this RFP that we are going to get, they spent a lot of time and effort. So what we need to do is narrow it down to one, so that then we can talk to one person and actually come up with any tweaks that we might need. If that makes sense.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, in the sense that you did all of the research on this. I'm gonna ask you, which one do you want us to look at that you think is?
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw out 3 and see what the board says. So, after reviewing this for quite a long time and taking rides, number 4, their version of number 1 for $402,165. Number 5, their lower end estimate, number 1, for $367,261. And then number 6, their second one for $422,650. I think that those would be the ones that we would want to really probably discuss and see where we want to go with, as they probably are what, when we were discussing what we wanted in a park, kind of goes down that road. The 360, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, before you go further, can you one more time real slow, start with, so I can get to that
Yes.
page, just so I
So
can flip to
number
that.
4 on your list,
Right, got that?
okay, and most of them gave 2 quotes. So number 4 on the list is the higher quote. It's $402,165. Number 5 on your list, their lower quote for $367,261.
Is there a certain, some of these are different, like they have more than one proposal, but
So they're tagged
Yeah.
and they're numbered, so you would have to pull the 3 out, and then you can look at their different designs. So I have 4, 5, and 6.
okay.
Okay, on number 4, is it 4-1 or 4?
So on number 4, it is their higher proposal, proposal 2 for 4,002. So you want to look at
402.
proposal 2. And then the next one, so it's toward the end of the
Okay,
packet.
that's,
So it looks like that is proposal 2. The next one is number 5. Their lower end proposal actually has a lot of equipment almost comparable to their high end. So for $367,261, you're going to be looking at proposal number 1, which is gonna be this one.
okay, got it.
Yep, so that's proposal number 1. And then number 6 would be their high end. We Build Fund,
This is
422, and it's their proposal number 2. And it looks like this one. And then the other difference that I saw on some of these, because we really kept it up to the professionals to do their design, Snyder they all broke down the difference between the age groups, and most of them separated with a swing set area, which is really cool. The other difference for number 5 was they actually separated the two age groups, so that the younger kids were farther away from the older kids. And maybe and it gives more room, I guess, I don't know. But that would be the only other difference between the 3.
Okay, and okay, so we have, we're talking about, Snyder, which is the number 5, and then the number 4. Was there anything else on the other ones? Was there another one on the, 6? There was one on 6, right?
Number 6, number 2,
Number 2.
which is towards the back of the handout. It has a lot of tunnels,
It's not that one.
which I thought the kids would really like that, and it has like tops on it, slides.
What was the price of that one?
That one is $422, $650. So we have 400,000, 367, and then 422. Oh, 4,000. 402,000.
Okay, the 5, the 5 was how much? 5-2 or?
If we go with the lower quote, it would be 367, 261. And in my opinion, when I checked out number 5's low end to their high end, there's a lot of equipment in the low end.
Okay, and then if we go back just so I can write this down, if we go back to, on 4,
Number 4, you're gonna go to their bid number 2. And I'm gonna pull that one out. Which theirs is really cool, it's very colorful,
There, leave it.
which the colors can be changed.
There's not much there.
No,
There's not much there compared to all this that you get in this one. You
Yeah.
got the swings, you got the merry-go-round, you got, I mean, this thing is freaking huge. But that's a lot of money, $422,000.
yeah.
But I mean, it's
but-
kinda hard to compare, but like, I get why you picked out what you did. I like the variety. I like the swings, I like the merry-go-rounds, I like,
Right.
which
Different
one are you
things.
talking about though?
6.
well, I was looking at,
6-2, is that the one?
6 is the 422, and number 2.
That's this one right here.
Yes.
Well, Bruce, I've got a comment.
Yes.
Two comments. Number one, trying to keep it within between 300,000 and 400,000. Item number 5.1 seems to have everything you could think of in it. And it is not, it'll probably, it's cost-wise, it's the least expensive of everyone. That would be item 5.1.
I'm just looking at-
And I hope I'm at
They
the right.
had some of the designs for like off, I don't know what you call those.
Things.
Yeah, but they're for sensory.
Okay, and the 5.1 is, what was it? I got that
The
written.
5.1 cost is what, 367?
261. And then the other one that we like is the 422, 650.
you had sent out a summary sheet that Bob had put together, and some of them were ADA accessible, and some of them weren't. Do you recall if 5.1 and 6.2?
Backyard living actually has a lift. Some of these I can tell have some handicap features. I would have to go back and ask them individually, but since we really don't have the money, I didn't really want to bother these people over and over and over again. So the only one that I can find for sure is backyard living. I think others have some areas designed for it. Snyder does have the swing, and then they have the audio, the standalone equipment type for, hang on, I'm gonna find it.
At the number 1 part, Snyder has, at 367, has the handicapped.
They have the swing, and then they have some of the standalone equipments for autistic or something along those lines, so they do have some.
So our
But I
job
do
is to
think
narrow.
Do we have one of these?
It's necessary though that we need to,
I have a
whichever one that we
look.
pick, It's gonna be necessary to make sure that there is accessibility for all. It doesn't have to be, and it was in the RFP. Since this is our one and only park, it doesn't have to be like Orion has a fully accessible park. This is our one and only, we're not there yet, but it should be welcoming, there should be something there for everybody, but the whole park doesn't have to be, is how the RFP was written.
Right, got it, okay. Our job today is to narrow this down.
Narrow it down to one person so that we can contact the one person and tweak it to what you guys might like. Make sure there are areas that are accessible for all, and then also ask if there's any other questions from you guys.
Well, I'm looking at the 5-1, it kinda has a little bit of everything. And, you know, being the father of someone who is disabled, I can see there's a lot of stuff there that my son would do. I mean, you know, everything, you know, you wanna make sure that everybody can be part of it, but I think the mere fact that they can be in the park there with everybody else, the swing set, I see there's a couple other things
All
that
the
he
sen-
could
all
do.
the sensory.
I do like,
I didn't,
I mean, I like them both, but the Snyder 5-1, I would be satisfied with.
can we let him
Bruce, number 6 is here, and I know this is not a public hearing or where you're gonna present, but could we just ask him that question if he has accessibility included since he's here?
Yeah, go right ahead. Do you have it?
A couple things. The unitary surface is important for accessibility. We offer a playground turf that can easily be rolled on. The options for playground surfacing is either a EWF, which is a playground mulch, not accessible. It's ADA compliant, but it's not easy to roll in wood chips, playground mulch.
But the equipment is there, that's all we need to know, is there equipment?
The equipment, there's a ramp that you can get up into the structure itself. There's turf level pieces, the concerto, the various musical options. There's the lollipop stands that have interactive games. But I was just mentioning the surfacing because that's important for accessibility.
Yes, and that was in our RFP, that's what we wanted, so thank you for that. There was a company that did not actually give us the, and they gave us the wood chips. We didn't disqualify them, but that's very important that we do have it. And I was quite amazed, I went to one playground, with me,
Yeah.
and we went to one that had the turf, and we took our shoes off. I was surprised at how soft it was.
Yeah.
It's like, what on earth is under there? It is so soft, and it's very smooth, very, very easily accessible, as you were saying.
I like the aesthetically, I like the blue-green look of the 6-2. I mean, obviously, I like the price better than the 5-1.
I do too.
But aesthetically, I just feel like it just, it just flows maybe. I don't know. Some of these, I mean, I'd be fine with either one. Obviously.
I mean, the one for 422,000 by far is much nicer, I mean, in the sense that it has more. I do like the swing sets the way they are right there, there's 4 of them. Believe it or not, swing sets are still a big hit, you see them out here
Yeah.
all the time on the swings. I mean, that's always.
That's
a
'cause
big
that's
hit
all we
with
have.
kids. And I do see that there's a ramp that on the other side there for, I mean, I'm sure that's accessible, walking up the ramp on the side there.
Yeah.
For some things.
I know, it's very,
I mean, there's a
You have to
difference in
look at
price,
it.
though.
and then you have to look at it again.
Or $50,000
Yeah.
more.
I mean, we're looking for grant money for all this, right? Like,
Right.
Right.
Well,
One thing that we had that was really interesting was those ones that looked like stars, and the kids could just, it's ropes and they can just
I would
wander
like to-
all over the
I would like
place.
to include that.
Yeah.
That was really,
Yeah.
really cool. As far as pricing goes, I have a list of options that we can do, but until we actually pick a company, I can't do anything. So I will be bringing that back to the board as far as what options we're gonna go. Because eventually, I mean, it might take us 5 years if we have to budget so many dollars per budget year. Or if we get a grant, it'll take us a year and a half, hopefully. So eventually, that was the goal of this board, was to get a park over there. So I can't say it's all gonna be covered under a grant because we need to start looking.
What are the differences of these? I mean, it sounds like we're kind of narrowing down to these two, the Snyder and the, but what, like the companies that, are they local? Are they national? Like what's?
Oh, that-
When we went to visit, the different playgrounds, you could tell they're both very high-quality equipment. The really thick plastic, you could tell that it was going to last for a very long time. As far as the background on the companies, I can't speak to that. I can do a check beforehand. Yeah, I can't really go down that road.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it does appear that the number 6 offers the most accessibility if you've got a child in a wheelchair or something like that.
The other one's not here to address it.
Once
So
again-
we do need to make sure that it's accessible. So the other one does show some pictures of like swings and chairs, whether it has a ramp. I can't find that, so
Okay.
we would definitely.
Because I did look at that too when we were going
Yeah.
home.
Because here's another swing and then there's a chair, but I don't know if it has the ramp.
I've got another question, Pauline. Did all of the bidders understand this is not something that's going to happen immediately? It could take a year and a
Brendan,
half, up to
RFP
5.
In the very first paragraph, because I was not going to waste their time and effort, because
Okay.
I was thrilled that we got this response, and they really put a lot of work into it. So they knew up front that this is, it might happen 5 years from now, or it might happen in a year and a half from now, or who knows? But I needed this.
Just to move ahead.
I guess I would make a motion to move forward with this, this submission by number, that we've labeled as number 6. I mean, I know that that's a lot of money and it's kind of, I mean, but maybe if we can get a discount, maybe we can modify something. For me, I just like the aesthetic of it, but I mean, I don't know if I'm out of line by making a motion or what, where we're at. Is that how we do this? For, as far as narrowing this down, or was this just discussion?
Well, what I would like to say, if we're gonna,
No, that's the
we're
one.
gonna go for a grant, we might as well go for a big one. I mean, if we're gonna go
Yeah.
for a grant,
Oh, bigger
we
goal.
might as well go for something that we're truly gonna be happy with. I mean, I'd much rather see the kids out here playing out here than sitting on video games and everything. And I think we'd be doing a service to the community by far, getting kids outside and playing. And you can see now, just the mere fact that we brought in the walking track with all the people who are using it now, bringing their kids there. And even and when the volleyball pit isn't being used, the kids bring their little trucks and stuff and they sit in the sand and play, you know, I mean, to me, this has really changed the whole dynamics of the township park here by what we've done there. And I have no problem, going for the gusto, but we have to understand that this is a lot of money and we need to apply for some grants, there's no doubt about it.
My
The state's-
grandkids want the water park features.
I
They
tried
do.
for-
They
I
already
tried
said
for
that.
already.
They already
That's
said
not-
that.
that's
Too
not
late,
happening.
We want the water park stuff.
So just so the
You have to
board
go to
is aware
Seymour.
that the state recreation grant, if we're approved, maxes out at 150. So from the state of Michigan recreation grant is gonna be 150,000. I have been researching, then there's the Fort County, which I would apply to, so there's other places that I will apply to. But I was kind of leaning towards the state, but yeah, right now it's 150 max. And they do want a 30% match, which is not the issue. I'll bring that information back next month. But just so you know, 150 is their max. I don't know if the Fort County has a max that they will give for one project. So they're gonna be my number 2 to reach out to as well. And then I've had Simona doing research on other grants, because I think there's other organizations out there that would consider it.
This is something that we can bring to SEMCOG too.
SEMCOG does a lot of walkways.
I know
don't
they
think
do.
The playgrounds, but I want the board to be aware that the state of Michigan does this every year, and the recreation grant max is 150.
So if we got that, can we add to it? To different places, we pull it in and, different grants and just keep going till we get to where we want to go.
I just was making the motion. I like the
Yeah.
look of this. I think it looks quality. I like the blue, the green. But I'm not opposed to something else. I mean, if somebody else wanted to say something, I just thought we
Well,
need to start.
this could be,
Colorful one better.
I like
But the
the green and
colors
blue.
can be later.
Yeah, the colors can be like,
I mean, I'll say, of the ones you picked, like, the other ones are the ones I would not have picked either, because I didn't like the aesthetic look of them. I was like, I don't think that's the township.
yeah.
This one doesn't really have any swings or merry-go-rounds, or it's too, industrial looking to me, but,
I do 4,
I don't know.
5, 4, 5, and 6. I mean, they seem like that they would
so, I don't know.
blend in.
I was just trying to move it along, unless,
so what, you had a motion?
I guess my motion is to narrow it down to We Build We Build Fund as our company that we
Want to work with?
work with. I guess that's what we're looking to do.
We're looking at first to pick a company, and that's the company that we're picking, and then we go for, we'll
And
come
the
back once we
design.
get some grants and stuff.
And the design,
And the design, which 6-2, that you had pointed out, seems to have everything.
Yes,
Could I ask, is he with, We Build Fund, is that it?
but see, the other people aren't.
Are you
here,
with
so-
We Build Fund? Okay, so we could ask you some questions, couldn't we? Hit you with the hard ones.
No, that's not fair.
No, I was just wondering, your designs could change. Okay, that's the only question I was having.
And we probably will be changing it.
We probably will be changing.
Colors can change, designs can change.
okay, we have a motion.
That's tough, I like 5-1.
Nobody agrees with me.
I do.
I'm just gonna
No,
eat my chocolate.
no.
I'm just gonna eat my chocolate.
I will, I will give support to that we will go, and I'm okay with that because the dollar amount doesn't mean anything to me right now, because depending on what we get for the grants and what we can do to maneuver, but I do like what's here versus some of the other stuff. So I will support that. So there is a motion and there's a
That's a
second.
first, I
I
think.
feel funny because I've been dealing with these people to do a motion or a second.
And it's all dependent on what we get.
Yeah, it's,
There is money out there. So, especially for recreation, keep kids out of their phones and out of the internet.
The littles shouldn't be on their phones anyway,
Right.
no.
but we know they all get them phones late, early, so.
So, Any other comments on that? There's a motion and there's support. I'm not hearing any, we have roll call on that, I think it's a big decision. And it's We Build Fun, is that the company you're
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
The second one, right? Well, that's what we're looking at right now.
Well, we're really,
Yeah.
yeah, we're looking at that and the company, yep, so.
Alrighty, Jenny Eller,
Yes.
Mary Frost,
Yes,
Karen Guyval,
Yes.
Ed Brightfield.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald,
Yes.
Bennett, yes, Supervisor Pearson.
Yeah. You have to get some grants.
So I'm looking at We Build Fun. I'll be having a lot of questions for you now.
A lot of answers.
Well, the thing I was thinking, if we could probably use.
Ask
some
him about
of
his
the
water
fire
park.
department money because
Now
we
it's when
could
you
train
get
on that stuff now. So, we'll come up with some fire department money, you know.
Okay, wait, as long as it's got a hose.
Yeah, you know, you gotta
You gotta have
carry,
a hose with that has water.
gotta carry the dummies up the slide and all.
are you
kinds of
keeping
stuff.
that?
I did visit one of your parks. It was the one
Well,
in California.
I'll look at it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Okay, now,
Okay.
we'll move on.
Pauline's the one that gave that to me.
Another
So I don't
Oh.
know if, I don't understand.
What is it?
It's just the ones that you
Item number
it's
6.
just the.
Oh, this
Okay,
one
this
she's
is
not
a
like, yeah.
4-day work week, item number 6, okay? The employees have come to us and said that they would like to do a 4-day work week. I think I explained that the other area townships around us are all on 4-day work weeks. I don't wanna make this a permanent thing, I wanna make it temporary to see how it works. You know, I'd like to come back to the board, every board meeting and let you know how it's working. The employees, they wanna work, 7:30 to 5:30, okay, which gives extra time. 5 o'clock, sometimes people come in at the last minute and they wanna talk, but we're closing up. So this does give them a little extra time, and the contractors do like to get out early, 7:30 in the morning, they come in and they wanna, get waited on before we open up at 8:30. So sometimes that's helpful to them too, so there's pluses and minuses on this whole thing. I did talk to the employees, there is a difference because it's 8 hours, 5 days a week versus the 40 hours, 4 days a week. And when you come into the holidays, there's gonna be, some of these holidays, that the employees are gonna have to, contribute 2 hours, okay? Because the holiday would be 8 hours, but because they're getting that holiday off, it's actually 10. So they, have agreed that they wanna, give up their, personal time, okay? They have to make up a total of 16 hours for the whole year, okay? That would pay back the, holidays, okay? So they can use their vacation time or their personal time. I'm not sure if we can, I don't think they are allowed to use their sick time, but they've all agreed that, there are 12 holidays, okay? And to make up, yeah, if you understand what I'm saying, that if they take a holiday off, it's 10 hours. So they would then, to get a full paycheck, they would use 2 hours of their holiday time, which would give them the full 10 hours for that day of the holiday, okay? So, I'm in agreement with that. I'd like to try it and let's see if it works, but I don't wanna make it a permanent thing until we find out if it's successful. So I don't know if I don't wanna change all the manuals and everything until we find out that it actually works. I would not like to do this until after the elections and probably after Thanksgiving and start it like the 1st of December or whatever. And then we'll see it, try it for a 6-month trial period, and let's see how it works. Oxford did it for a 6-month trial period, now they've adopted it permanently. Like I said, Dryden's the same way, all the areas around us are 4-day work weeks. The only one I don't think that is Oakland Township, I think. So,
So Bruce, I got a question. Oh, is this is just temporary? You're gonna report back to us once a
Yeah, I
month
would
and
like
say it's
to-
going good?
correct.
You
I'd
come
like
back
to-
and say it's not working out too good, it just stops, and we go back to the
Well,
normal.
then the board will vote on stopping
Yeah,
it.
I have no problem with the 4 hours.
Is it like a Friday off or Monday off or
Friday off.
what?
That's
Yeah.
what I wanna know,
Well,
which one?
What if somebody needs to
Monday
take
through-
care of business on a
Monday through
Friday
to
then?
Thursday. All the other ones are closed on Fridays. Everybody's closed on Fridays. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Kind of,
about that
I
part.
think there are some people that aren't going to understand, and so the more we explain it, the better it'll be. We are talking about a 40-hour work week for our current employees. Fridays are, and I'll speak from almost a year's experience, Fridays are very quiet, very few people. In fact, the township has had the building department closed on Fridays because the end of the week, there's just not that much business. And it is a quiet day for all of us. But the workload is there to justify the 40 hours. The treasurer and the clerk both will have, by law, we have certain obligations to meet regarding elections and taxes. So we will meet the requirements of state law. We'll be open, the treasurer's office will be open at least 2 Fridays before each tax deadline. That hasn't really come up much in other communities, but I think the board has given it a great deal of thought at this point. And
So that would be modified, you're saying, if it was around tax time for, you would be open for a couple Fridays before the due
right,
date?
right, and it's the same with the elections. Pauline could speak to that better, but it's certain requirements to be in the office are there by state law, so you have to meet those requirements or exceed them, depending on how much work there is.
I'd like to hear from Pauline too. I mean, you guys are the ones that are in the office, so I mean,
Do you need a motion, or you want just a show of hands?
Pauline had a
Oh.
question here.
So I understand that you don't want this to be permanent, but just because we're gonna call it temporary, we still have to have things done in writing. I have employees that are working under an employment agreement with, as far as how many hours they're gonna get and how many days they're going to get. So there will be paperwork that's going to have to be involved, not so much the board, but I am going to have to go and pull, and everybody needs a notice. So if we're going to do a temporary, the notice is gonna have to state, this is temporary from this time to this time until further notice. So even though we're physically not changing the employee manual, we still have to come up in writing for the temporary, where are they going to make up their hours for the, as you said, the vacation time and the what do you call it, holiday time. We'll need a start date and then an end date to make it become permanent. So there is going to be paperwork involved. So as long as you're aware that there's going to be paperwork involved.
So is this a temporary trial
Well, just like when we
basis?
hired temporary building official, we had a temporary agreement. So our employees need to have a form from us saying,
know
this
what's
is
happening.
temporary. And then the staff, like the part-timers, they actually have an agreement. You're gonna work this day for this amount of hours. So I'll need to go through everybody's employee file and pull those out and make those temporary changes.
I
So
wouldn't change
are
any
you-
files, just put a post-it.
Are you wanting this to be temporary, or this is a trial basis to see if this is, How we're
We
going.
want a trial basis
Okay.
to see if this is going to work.
you want like 6
I
months?
will tell you what it entails. There's 4 full-time people, okay? And they've all been asked and they all agreed to this. We do have a couple part-time people, but I think like Pauline said, those days could be changed up.
But we have to create those documents.
Well, I agree, and that's why I say this wouldn't go into effect until December, okay? I wanna get the elections over with, I wanna get all that over with. And then we can have Mr. Davis, write up, an agreement that says this is what the employees are asking for, and we agree, and
I've already
it's,
started it, and he said, yes, we have to do it, so I will send that over to him for,
I'm fine with that, and, we'll see if it works, and I'll come back and I'll tell you. If it doesn't work, then we won't do it.
Like 6 months, or how much, what was the
6
time
months
frame?
is what I'm looking at.
So like
you know.
December through May?
Yeah. I will say our building department is closed because none of our inspectors work on Friday, okay? They're contractual and they don't work on Friday. So the building department is pretty much a catch-up time. Well, I think it would serve the citizens better to be open earlier on Monday through Thursday and later on those days to service all the people who want stuff instead of being closed on Friday anyhow. So, and our inspectors do work Monday through Thursday, so,
Bruce, why don't I shoot for it and see where we go? I'd like to make a motion, we do a temporary 4-day work week, and with the proper posting, that it's going to be, all the employees know it, with written, posted, and it could be by 2 or 3 locations in the office.
and have Mr. Davis.
Mr.
just
Davis will look
write
at it.
a legal-
Without changing manuals right now, it's
I'm not
temporary.
saying to change manuals, I've already chatted with him, I have to create an employee form, and
Yeah,
they're
that's
going
what I'm
to-
saying, the form to
It's not
post
a
it.
post-it, they need to sign it, just like they signed their original
Hmm.
one. We need to create the policy for 6 months, even though it's temporary.
I don't agree.
Well, I talked to
Okay.
legal,
Okay, my
would
motion
make it-
stands.
that's fine,
I will make a motion then to,
he made a
Hold on.
motion.
He
I
made
know,
a
but I thought you
motion.
were, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Nobody seconded it, so.
No, okay.
Well, I'd make a motion to go forward on the trial for 6 months with the employment agreement as
The proper
prepared and, to be presented to the employees.
That would be
Through
fine,
legal.
I guess it would be fine, and Mr.
Yeah.
Davis, like you
And
say,
the
I'd like,
temporary,
Part.
and the temporary items.
I just want to stay away from the manual. I want to stay from the manual until we go permanent.
I would just like the employees to sign it so that they all understand, so that we're in agreement, so they verbally have said that this is what they want.
Okay, I'll second Karen.
Who keeps track of so I made the motion, he seconded it.
Yep.
Right.
Do you understand the motion? Or did I
That's
say
what
the
you
motion
want.
is what we need?
I have it. It's December, for 6 months, starting December 1st, and then all of the agreements to be reviewed. and
December
signed.
1st is a Sunday.
Who keeps track of all these hours and keeping track of what they owe and all that?
Well, they're here. Oh.
No, I mean, like, if
there-
they have to
there's a-
pay-
There's a form, Bubba is good at that.
But
He does the payroll.
there's the other aspect, and Bruce brought it up, and it should also be in writing, even though it's temporary, is their vacation is going to stay here. The holiday hours they can take from different areas. So I think that one can be addressed really quick, and we can bring that back to the board. in
And there's sick
November if we
days
need to.
versus personal days?
Well, our sick day policy says that we go by the law. We go by the state law of what you can use your sick day for.
Okay.
So that wouldn't be included unless we wanted to make an exception.
My thing is
So
they were
he's
all,
just going,
they're all willing to use their vacation for
Right.
personal. So I mean, for the 6-month period, I wouldn't. So December 1st is a Monday, so that would be a good time to start it then. So December 1st, so I clarify, your motion is to try the 6-month
4-day work week.
4-day work week starting
December
December
1st through May 30th or whatever of 2026.
Same.
With,
And we have a second on it.
yeah, and that's with the inclusion of the preparation of the paperwork for the employees to sign regarding their bank pay and all that.
I agree. Okay,
I like just do it.
okay.
What?
I like your animation, just
Okay,
get
so
it done.
I got the gist of it, that sounds really good, and then the employees, they can sign the paperwork, and then everybody can agree with us.
Got to call a motion,
Any other
please.
comments on that?
No.
Can we-
Yeah, I have a comment.
Yes.
I want to make sure that all the people of Addison Township will be able to do what they need to do here. When they come in, that we've got to have a way to tell them what we're doing so that they know that Fridays, right? We're not doing
Have to
Friday.
do a lot of changes on the website. and
Yeah.
Posting of hours and things of that nature.
I
Yeah,
had suggested that we also put a sign out. I mean, it would be nice if we, that's another story, but it'd be nice if we had a nice sign out in front of the fire department that we could,
A lighted display sign,
yeah.
put that on the agenda.
That's,
Don't we have money for that?
that's
Do
in
we have
the
money for that?
future.
We'll find
with the
money.
digital
We can find money for
announcing
that.
what
That'd
we-
be great.
What we need to do, and
I
if
thought
you
that
all would,
Forever.
and if,
I'm done.
excuse me. just
Call
one
them,
second.
call roll call.
Okay. If you would all go down to the Washington Township, Township Hall on Van Dyke and look at theirs.
This is happening.
I would like you to look at that and see if that would be something you might be interested in.
I've seen that
Because
one.
That one is very nicely done, and it really, lets the whole community know what's going on in the community, so. And I'm sure we get the fire department to contribute to that, cause it'd be on their property, you know, so.
This is township's property, it ain't ours.
And you
So,
can,
anyways,
7,000 people in this town.
we'll put it out on the
I echo your
website, but I suggest that
Yeah.
we put a temporary sign right there at the parking lot too, that tells our hours, so when people pull up, they don't have to get out of their car if they don't, if they see that the hours that were closed on Friday.
yeah, I don't want them to panic,
Right. Well, like I said, very few people come in on Friday. We really don't do a lot of the business. The only business that's done is the taxes during tax time and the election time.
Election.
Okay, but anyway, so we have a motion, we have a second, we have roll call, please.
Jenny Miller,
yes.
Mary Frost.
Yes.
Karen Guyval.
Yes.
Ed Brakefield.
Yes.
Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Bennett, yes. Supervisor Pearson.
Yes, okay. We'll let the employees know, we'll let Mr. Davis know, and we'll get something put together here. Okay, now, public forum, anybody in the public would like to speak? Chief?
Yes, I would. To the 4-day work week, I think you guys are forgetting also that a lot of professionals here don't get out at 4 o'clock to make the tax time to pay taxes if you don't have escrow. And I know when I used to work outside of town, not here all the time, it was kind of hard to make that. So that 5:30 time, I think is gonna be beneficial to help pay the taxes, right? Because they close at 5 or 4:30 or something. So it is gonna be nice to be able to have that.
I agree.
Also, I think that just, I think what Polly was talking about, to clarify for everybody, a memo of understanding with the employees and making sure that they're gonna give up their 2 hours, like they said, for every holiday and all that stuff. That needs to be done. I think that was a good idea. Also, it's a good thing to do for the employees, and it doesn't cost the township $0, right? To keep employees and have to work a 4-day work week, right? I think that's also well. The taxes, and then also you said the sign, you started talking about that, it's a great idea. Right here at Station 2, there's a lot of people that go through here. I mean, just one little thing that gets changed, everybody's talking about it, right? When that building was over there built, everybody talked about it. So a sign here would be nice, because the one that's out there is dilapidated, if you look at it. That's embarrassing to have that wooden sign that you can barely even read it out there. If you pull out, it's right on Orchard, right in front of the station there. It's in decent repair, so, that's all I need. Thank you. Go Lions.
Okay, anything else? Anything else?
First quarter.
Okay, let's move on. Nothing else on the public forum, so let's go on Addison Township Board report. Drew, not a board that has anything they'd like to let us know about.
I'm
Anybody?
still, for SUMCOG, I'm still looking into that grant. I know it's due, I think, beginning of November. I'm gonna need some information about specifics as to what we're looking for that ramp to fill out that application, but I haven't gone back to it, so I will follow up on that. And Mary and I might attend that meeting this week. on
Yeah,
Thursday.
I plan on going on
This
Thursday.
is the one for the park up at Lake George.
That would be the grant, filling out that
Yeah, this
application.
is a actual walking path, which is what a lot of them are looking for. It's a transportation, the walking path for people with disabilities, because we do have the dock there now, and we do have a, observation thing that was donated by Ford Motor Company. So, that is there too, which is ADA accessible for, these, tracked vehicles and everything. It's built for those, so, that's what we need to let them know that that's what we're trying to, accommodate is people with disabilities, so. Anyways, so that was that. Any other board meetings? Anything else? Okay, not hearing any legal reports or any communications, none. Supervisor report. I'd just like to say that, the Lake Association, finally, we had a meeting, last week, and they have decided to buy a new weed harvester, state-of-the-art new weed harvester. They're no longer in the repair business. They're actually gonna get weeds out of the lake now. So, anyways, that was a good thing, and I was an advocate of that a long time ago, and I'm glad that they're moving that. We had the last of the chloriding. The roads are in pretty good shape. I give them a lot of credit. We have a really good foreman and a really good superintendent. And, both of them have done everything that I've asked of them. And so I don't wanna give them too much kudos, cause they'll get promoted and they'll be gone like the last ones I bragged about, you know, so. Up above here, up on top, we have 4 brand-new furnaces. We have a new roof that was put on last week. We have the last of the furnaces were hooked up today. We're very lucky that a hailstorm hit. In the sense that the coils on all of the heating and cooling got severely damaged to the tune of, about $50,000 for the 4 units. And, to repair those was about $50,000 just to put the condensers in, but they were on back order, you couldn't get them. But the brand new ones were $56,000 for all 4 brand new ones, okay? So I went with the 4 brand new ones, and that the crane was here and put all those on and new ones. And it's a good thing that we did, because when they pulled the old ones off, the heat exchangers were rusted right through, and they poked screwdrivers right through them. They said, you've been replacing these anyhow, so, or repairing the heat exchangers. So we're very lucky. We also got a new roof over at the cemetery, and if you see the gazebo on your way out, it has a brand new roof on that was donated. Okay, so anyways, I'd like to give a big thanks to Jenny Eller. She was there at the library with me, and we cleaned up all the junk around the library, and she outworked me.
Both of you did a heck of a job, I'm telling you.
The station could always use some help.
Pardon?
What day would you like me?
The 2 of us were out there on a Saturday. It was a very hot day, but she showed up with her work gloves, and we worked hard, and we got it all cleaned up. So anyways, everything is going good at the library, and hopefully maybe this week, they'll be paving the parking lot. We'll see. And I'll get the approach put in for the winter, then we can work on it. I say we.
Jenny and Bruce, that's
Yeah.
what that means.
We got the whole winter to do the interior, so the bricks are showing up. They're supposed to be there today, but I think because of the rain from the weekend or whatever, but they'll be here this week, and then those are the bricks that have everybody's names on that everybody bought, and those will be on the pillars, so. Anyways, I had that, and what else did I have? I think that was it.
I'd like to know about the cemetery and the guys who are doing the lawn. Are they doing the lawn right yet?
No comment.
No comment?
They're not getting that extra $50.
Oh, they're getting it. They're still mowing the grass.
But not on,
grass?
but not on Thursday?
I don't know, I wasn't there. Were you there?
No,
I don't think it's Thursday.
yeah.
No.
I
think
just
that-
wanna-
I think the grass cutting is about done now.
Now
anyhow,
anyways,
but,
okay.
We will address
As
that.
soon as the snow flies,
They wanted
it'll
it
be
on
done.
Tuesdays.
Well, it's not growing anymore.
We wanted
Was
it on
out there today
Tuesdays.
cutting ours.
Well, yeah, ours did grow a little because it
But
rained.
there's not much lawn to even
Yeah.
cut.
Right.
Well,
I just wanna know if there was any changes and
well,
all that.
all I can do is go up there and sit up there and watch them.
Well, I was there this week. I saw the roofers. I did not see the mowing. How's that?
Well, that's okay.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, anyways, I'm looking for a motion for adjournment, and we'll track that, we'll have to find out.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone opposed?